Hello. Today I want to talk about learning English, or actually learning anything. I was going through some notes and I pieced together 5 pieces of advice from different places, all about learning and how to learn. And I thought that they're not talking about learning English, but I thought maybe their advice is the same, or maybe it applies to when we're learning English, because that's what I'm interested in. I think you're interested in learning English, right? So here's 5 pieces of advice. See what you think. Okay, and the first two are from very wealthy, very rich people. Warren Buffett over here. Hold on, I've got something right here. Hold on. Okay, hold on. I've got something on the screen you can't see. But anyway, okay. Sorry. Warren Buffett. He's the richest man in the world. I think I've talked about him before. And Charlie Munger is his assistant. They are investors. Anyway, they're very, very rich. And so people always ask them for advice. And here's some advice. Number one, don't beat yourself up about making mistakes. In fact, study others' mistakes. You'll learn a lot. So don't be angry at yourself if you make mistakes. And the idea here is that you can learn a lot from mistakes. Yeah, as he said. Charlie Munger said, live on autopilot so you don't waste energy on the ordinary things that come up every day. Live on autopilot. So the idea is that it's tiring making decisions. So if it's not important decision, have it already arranged. For example, those people that wear the same clothes every day. I guess that's like a school uniform. You don't have to think about it. You just put it on. So no time wasted. Or if you're not in school, business suit, you just have a white or blue shirt and a tie, and you don't have to think about it. Or my uniform is t-shirt and shorts. I don't think about it. I just grab the clean. My wife often complains, "Why are you always wearing the same clothes?" I said, "Well, I choose I have my favorite t-shirts, but I'll just grab whichever favorite t-shirt is clean." That's how I think about it. The idea is you don't waste time thinking about things that are not important. Now, you might think fashion is important, but something else, you know, um, things that you spend a long time thinking about, if you automate it, make an automatic system, then you don't have to think about it. And you can then spend more time thinking about the more difficult things in life, not what you're wearing, but something else. Anyway, we'll talk about that when I see you. Okay. Now then, number three is from an artist called Robert. Well, he pronounced it Henry. Robert Henry, from 1923, an American artist and quite a popular teacher. Oops, that's the wrong way around. Put that around. Okay. And he said, let a student enter the school with this advice. No matter how good the school is, his education or her education is in his or her own hands. All education must be self-education. So he's talking about going to an art school, but what he means, it doesn't matter how good your school is or how bad your school is. Everything that you do in school, really, you're teaching yourself. That's the key. Okay. Now then, that's that one. Number four is I've written Kenzo. I don't know his last name. He's a YouTuber. He's I think Japanese parents, but he lives in London. Anyway, it doesn't matter. He's talking about art as well. He said, getting good at art is like a fruit tree. You spend 3 years getting the thing to grow with no results to speak of, but eventually it will start providing you with apples for life. He's talking about with art, it takes maybe 3 or 4 years to learn the basics, and everything you make is not very good until after 3 years, suddenly you've got the basics and you can start making nice art. Is that true for learning a language? I don't know. And number five, still by another artist. This is Stan Prokopenko. He's a so famous art teacher on YouTube, and he's talking about sketchbooks, keeping a book where you can do drawings. The value of sketchbooks is they are a place where you can fail faster because they are private. So if you're painting something and want to show people your beautiful painting, you're scared to make a mistake. It's got to be perfect. But if you have a private sketchbook, you can make loads of mistakes and it doesn't matter. Nobody's looking at it. So it goes back again to the idea of making mistakes, which Warren Buffett was talking about. and how important mistakes are to learning. Okay, 3 questions. Number 1, are you scared of making mistakes? How can you make more mistakes when learning English without fear? Number 2, do you think learning a language is like growing a fruit tree? And finally, do you think it's a good idea to live life on autopilot? Or is that a bad idea, and why? Okay, some things to think about. Wow, lots of words here. But have a think and we'll have a chat about it when I see you next. Thank you very much. Now, if I can turn this off. Oh, it's always a problem, isn't it? Let's see, where is it? Here it is. Okay, see you soon.